Okay, today we're going to talk a little bit about the mathematics of survival. Okay, now let's talk a little bit more about the math of survival, because I talk a lot about concepts that not many people can really wrap their minds around, and so math is something that a lot of people really do understand, and some people that's only the way they speak is through math. And so when it comes to survival, we're going to use an example of 1%. So each thing that could harm you, kill you, whatever is 1%. So war is 1%, and famine is 1%, and unknown disease, some random disease you get is 1%, and a complete economic collapse is 1%, and a fire rushing through your whole entire country is a 1%. So that's 5%, and so of 95% of chance that nothing bad will happen. And so you can add more to that though, and then you start going down revolution and some kind of a virus breakout, like the coronavirus going over China right now and killing thousands of people in quarantining zones and potentially upsetting their economics and all that stuff. So that's just another 1%. And so then you can add a lot more of those. As you can see where I'm going, 1% is pretty safe because 1%, is the median. I'd say some are way higher than 1% and some are lower than 1%, like volcanoes, asteroids, whatever. You can add to your list of 1%ers, but once you get to dozens or hundreds of 1% and you get to 100%, you start to realize how vulnerable you are, and you don't realize how much it takes to get prepared until it's too late. And you'll be like, well, I wish I would have had all these things. And so I like to explain the exponential growth of preparing and how it attacks that 1%. And so if you spend at least 1% of your time and money on one of those 1%, then you will start exponentially becoming prepared for all of them, because some of the major things that you just need for most of the 1% is food and water, because your family just needs food and water to survive, and that's just truth. And so if you get that, then you're now some of the percentage that were 1% are only a 0.5% because you've prepared for that. And then so you just take another 1% and then you add that to the next 1%, and exponentially you will be ready for most things. And yeah, it's impossible to be ready for everything, but if you have a lot of those 1% down to only 0.2%, you'll be much better off than most people. And so I want you to do a little math problem right now and see what you come up with, and see if you need to engage with resilient living. Go to our website, start picking up some things, start following the tips and watching the videos, because I'm not just doing this to try to make money. I'm doing this because I really want people to be able to survive. You never know what's going to happen. In most of these places in China, they were first world, they had everything, and now they're completely quarantined, can't get anything in or out of where they are right now. Like, that's a scary situation. And so my math question to you is, if there was no food in your house and no food coming, what is your percentage of chance of survival?